So D is also a Windows operating system. And final one, E, RaceFS, that's also a file system used in Linux. So the answer should be written as A, Windows, B, Linux, C, Mac OS, D, Windows, E, Linux. Right, good. We'll move to the next one. This is easy, right? So what is one?
H.
Yes, that's H. Then what is two?
L.
That is L, good. What is three?
B.
Yeah, it could be B or it could be C, both, right? That is increasing the font size. Then fourth one,
I.
yes, it's italics. Fifth one,
F.
yes, it's a bullet list. Six,
G.
yeah, that's G. So it's an easy one, I think. Right, consider the usage table listing vehicle number, liters of fuel consumption on a particular month. Write down the number of fields and records. Number of fields?
3.
3 fields. Number of records?
4.
It's 4. Good. What is the primary key of the above table?
Vehicle number and month.
Yes, it should be vehicle number plus month. Should be the primary key. Good. Eighth one. What are the first two outputs and last two outputs?
1 and 4. Last 16 and 25.
So in this one, it will go like 1, 3, 5, and so on. So 1 and 4, and finally
16 and 25.
16 and 25. Are you sure? Yeah, it should be n, right? Limiting to 10, right? Yeah. So that means we have a 1, 3, 5, then 7 and 9. Okay, yeah. Yeah, true. Okay, so let's move to the ninth one.
8 bits per pixel.
Yeah, we know that if you have a two colors, if you need to represent two colors, we need to use 1 pixel, sorry, 1 bit, because 1 bit we can have 0 and 1, which means we can represent two colors. Then when we have 4 colors, we can use 2 bits because we have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. So that means if you need to represent, if you have n bits, then you can represent 2 to the power n colors, isn't it? So we know that if you have 256 colors, that means it's equal to 2 to the power n. We have to find out what n is. So n is 8. Good. 10th one.
1 C.
We have 1 C. Good. 2.
2 D.
Yes, 2 D. 3.
A.
No. 3 means you are reduce the size, removing unwanted parts of an image. So it should be 3B. Waki with 3A in the puthe?
Oh, sir.
Yeah, it should be 3B. Sports ki anda තමයි එක පස්වෙනි එකට ඉන්න. Fourth one?
E.
Yeah, it's E. And fifth one, we will A, 5A, so that remove unnecessary spots. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි අර කුරුලෑ වගේ ඒවා අපි මේ වෙනස් කරන්න පාවිච්චි කරේ පොතේ ඔය fifth one. Right? අපි කියන healing tool කියලා ඔකට කියන්නේ මේකේ tool එකේ නම අහලා නැහැ. So we call healing tool. ඒතර කෙස් ගහක් වගේ මෝනේ ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා නම් එහෙම නැත්නම් ඩොට් එකක් කුරුලෑවක් වගේ තියෙන අයින් කරන්න තමයි මේ පස්වෙනි tool එක අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. හරිද පුතේ එහෙනම්? Right. Good. හරි නේද? Right. Okay. Second one. A lot of entertainment facilities are labeled in A to D. Yes. A.
Holographic image processing.
Yes, exactly. Holographic image processing, basically in film industry. Some things you cannot recreate, let's say within a studio. So sometimes all the recording happens in the studio inside a building. Now, whenever you want to represent some physical object inside the studio, we are using holographic image processing technique. Right, B.
Digital audio material.
Exactly. When you want to recording sounds, you create rhythms and mixing that comes under digital audio material. Good. See?
3D.
It's three-dimensional. Like if you want to have a real, that kind of a feeling, you will use 3D. And then it go beyond like 4D, 9D, 16D, and so on. Right, D?
Simulation games.
Yes. Now, if you are going to create a situation artificially, we normally call simulation game, right? Now, for example, if you want to train some soldiers in the battlefield, you cannot put them in a battlefield, right? We don't have. But we can create a simulation game. We can improve their thinking by simulating an activity. So D is simulation games. Good. Okay, second part.
A. Data theft.
Stealing personal information from a computer or other device such as mobile phone. Yes, we call data theft. That happens all the time. B.
Unauthorized access.
Yes, usually people break into system. We sometimes call hackers. If you have like poor passwords, like they can easily guess, right? Manipulating meaning like they can guess it. Like there are some, password generators as well. And using that, they can get unauthorized access. That means it's not legal. And they can even steal, data in your computer. See?
Intellectual property rights.
Yes. Now, when you create a new product, remember you need to claim that the product is developed by you. Now, this is called intellectual property right. So it will give you the legal binding that you are the creator of that product. So this is not for your whole lifetime. So usually the intellectual property rights covers the for this to some time, right? Within that, you can get some financial advantages as well. D.
Fraud.
Yeah, it should be fraud. Like you provide somebody else's details as yours. So this happens all the time, and sometimes people sending emails saying that, they try to get your banking information illegally and then they will use for something else. So this is called fraud, right? Three. So what is the importance of a firewall? Yes, what are the things you have written down?
allowing safety and trusted information and data to come into the network.
Yes, basically a firewall is barrier between your network and also the internet. Because when you connect to the internet, anybody internet can come into your system. To protect, we will use firewalls. So there are two types. There are like software firewalls, that means the software installed in your machine so that it will block any outgoing and incoming both, right? So sometimes your programs try to go out, and sometimes some of the programs can come into your system. So the firewall can filter out. So the important firewall is, through the firewall you can limit the access to your network from outside. That is one of the important. So it's very important so that you don't take any risks of losing your data. Right. B, I think I don't have to discuss. Basically, you have to illustrate, meaning draw the tree topology like a tree. So I hope we don't need to discuss that. List two advantages and two disadvantages of networking. Yes. What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages?
Ability to share data and information easily.
Yeah, you can easily share the details. Yes. Then,
Less storage space is needed to store data information.
okay. Disadvantages?
Security problems like unauthorized access
Exactly. Yeah. Another one?
and can spread malicious software in the computers of the network.
Yes, yes. Malicious will come when you access internet, for example. Good. Two examples for wide area networks.
Internet,
Yes, internet is the best example. Another example. For example, if you take banking network system in a country like BOC, for example, what is it? Is it a LAN or is it a MAN or is it a WAN?
man,
Right? No, I mean like metropolitan means it's within a limited time, like within 16 kilometers, for example. Normally say metropolitan area network is within the city, right? Within the city, you can have like metropolitan area network. But if it is go beyond the cities, right? The network we form from, let's say, Kurunangala to Nikkavarati would not be a man, it would be a van. So you can say banking network, hospital software system, whatever, right? Apart from internet, you can take it as an example for van. Okay, third one, first question.
true,
Fuel type is foreign key of the vehicle table. Yes, true. B,
false,
it's false. Vehicle number, foreign key of, no, this is the primary key. No, you cannot take it as that. Third one,
false,
it's false. Last one,
true.
that's true. Right. Which table needs to be updated to accommodate the following changes? The cab has consumed 120 liters for the month of April. Cab එක අප්‍රේල් වලට ඔන්න ගිය ලීටර්ස් ගාන දීලා තියෙනවා. කොයි ටේබල් එක චේන්ජ් කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා අහන්නේ.
Usage table,
Usage table only. Right. The next one. School brought a diesel truck which consumes 50 liters of diesel in the month of April. අලුතෙන් ගත්තලු diesel truck එක. Right? Truck එකක් හැබැයි ඒක diesel. අප්‍රේල් මාසේ අගේනොත් දීලා තියෙනවා. එහෙනම්
vehicle table and usage table.
yes, vehicle table and usage table both we have to see. Right. Write down the need request to the added to the relevant table for the change mentioned in part 2. Use the format table name, field 1, field 2. Assume that vehicle number 1004 is assigned to the diesel truck. Right. Changes to Kimball.
Usage table 1002 April 120.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Next.
B vehicle table 1004 truck D.
Yes, that's the good. Then usage table
1004 April 50.
Okay, good. So that's okay, no? I'm not going to just check. Which tables are to be joined to write a query to find fuel cost for three-wheeler for the month of April? April මාසේ three-wheel එකට ගියපු cost එක කොහොමද ගන්නේ?
Vehicle table, price table, usage table.
ඒ තුනම කනෙක්ට් කරන්න ඕනේ කියන එකයි මේකේ කියන්නේ. හරිද? Fourth one. What ඒක නේද අපි ගත්තේ fourth one නේ. ඔව්. Calculate the fuel cost of three-wheel for the month of April. අප්‍රේල් මාසෙට හොයන්න කියලා කියනවා.
38,100.
ඒක ගත්තේ කොහොමද?
2054 multiplied by 150.
So we have diesel 176 into
150.
Okay. Yeah, good. Fourth one, you match the description P to U from the list. P,
Web browser,
it's web browser. Q,
URL,
yes, URL. R,
CMS,
it should be put a PHP. HTML ගාව තියෙන එක PHP එන්න ඕන. S,
SMTP,
good. T,
FTP,
exactly. U,
gov.lk.
good. Hari puthe. Then we have given this web page. You have asked to type the values. What is 1?
Head,
It should be head. 2,
body,
yes. 3,
center,
it should be center. 4,
center,
again center. 5,
SRC,
yes. 6,
P,
exactly. 7,
B,
B. 8,
UL,
9,
OL,
exactly. 10,
A.
right. A. Good. හොඳයි පුතේ මම හිතන almost ඔයාගේ කොම ලකුණු හොඳයි. හොඳයි. Right. Fifth one, export performance is given for years 2020 and 2021. And percentage of growth between 2020 to 2021 can be taken using the formula given. We take 2021, we subtract by 2020, and again divide by 2020, and we'll multiply by 100. Right. Okay. The first question is like write down the formula that should be entered to cell D3. D3 වලට මොකක්ද ඉන්නේ කියලා යහන්නේ. Oh.
C3 minus B3.
C3 minus B3.
B3 divided by B3.
Oh.
Multiplied by 100.
Yes, good. Right. Assume that the formula entered in cell D3. D3 වලට ආව එක copied to cell D3 to D18 වලට copy කරාලු. Write down the formula displayed for rubber base exports.
C5 minus B5.
Okay.
Divide by B5 multiplied by 100.
Okay, good. Write down the steps to display growth in a column D with 2 decimal places. Right. ඒක පොතේ ක්‍රම දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එකක් තමයි අතරම කිව්වොත් Excel command එකකින් ගත්තොත් round කියලා command එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ round කියන command එකේදී ඕනෙම cell එක තියෙන අගයක් අපිට දශම ස්ථාන එකත් එක්ක දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right. මට මිනිත්තු 8ක් දෙන්න පොතේ. චූටි break එකක් ගමු. දැන් 10:34 10:45ට අපි අයලොග් ගෙමුද?
හරි සර්.
හරි. Okay, part C. I'm going to explain how we can convert values of column into 2 decimal places. First of all, you select the column. So the first step, select column T. Then you can right click and select format cells. That's the first technique. You can see format cells. And then you select the category as number. Then you limit the number of decimal places to 2. Click OK. So now you can see all the numbers represent with 2 decimal places. So shall we write down the steps?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is we are going to get part C, right? First step, select column D. Okay, that's the first step. Second step, right click. You select T, right click, select format cells. Right. Once you select format cells, select category as number, select category as number. Fourth one, set decimal places to 2. Set decimal places to 2. Then click OK.
Also,
Yeah. So last one.
equal sum C3 to C18.
Yes, we can say okay, equal sum
C3
C3 to C.
18.
Yes, good. Okay, right. State whether the following statements regarding presentation software are true or false. Outline view displays only text, that is title and bullets. Is it true or is it false?
True.
Yes, it's true, Pute. If you go to view, let me show you, right? Let's say, if you go to view, right? If you go to view, usually we have over normal outline, slide sorter, notes, reading, and so on. So we have, different. So outline view usually comes in the bulleted format. So right now I don't have any content. Let's say title, and then let's say author. Let's say slide number 1, line 1, line 2, and so on. If you have like this, and if you select outline view, you will get title and the bulleted list. So the first one is true. So this is true. The first one is true. Then second one, slide master view display the side of the presentation thumbnail, which uses to rearrange slide. How do you rearrange slides? Now for that, usually we use what we call slide sorter. You can change the order, right? You know, you can change the order the way you want. So it's not to do with slide master. Slide master is something else, right? So master slide, that is something else. But when it comes to here in the view, so slide master is this one. That is how you handle the master slide. The titles, you can change how everything is appears, but nothing to do with the arrangement. So second one is also second one is false. So this one is false. Third one,
false,
right, it's also false. So how do you center something? Yes, what is the shortcut for center? So how do you center this? What do you have to type? Control?
control E,
Yeah, it should be E. So this C is actually copy, right? So that is false. To return to the previous slide, can you use page up? Try pressing page up and tell me what will happen. Page up click කරොත් කලින් slide එකට යනවා. Is it true? It goes to the previous slide. This is true. So what is the shortcut key to start the presentation from the current slide? Yes, current slide. What is the shortcut key? Oh,
shift F5,
it should be shift F5. So this is control F5. So this is also false. Right, good. Question number 6, sorry. So there are 6 stages in software development life cycle. What is the first one?
identification of requirement,
Yes, so the A is identification of the requirements, that is you. Yes. Second one is design the solution. What you do in the designing solution, you look for software architecture, hardware architecture, interfaces, and so on. So D is what?
T,
It should be T. Then C,
T,
it should be write in the computer programs, that is coding. Then D,
R,
yeah, it should be testing and debugging. And E,
S,
it should be S, you are developing the, so deployment of the system. And then F,
Q,
yeah, it should be developing new user requirements. Good. So it's not that hard. Okay, this is again the theory. Okay, what are the steps? If you type and visiting a website, and what will be the order?
First F.
Yes, first of all, you open a website and you type the web address. Yes.
A.
Then once you know the web address, you can't go because computers don't know how to go to this web address for the users. What we won't know is we need to know the IP address, a unique address given to the computers. So we have to, request to translate this website URL web address into IP address. And for that, we have to request domain name server, domain name system server, whatever.
B.
Then domain name system will return the IP address. Now we know where to connect. Then
D.
should be D, because using this IP address, now you can connect to the particular computer. Then
E.
should be E, because now once you connect, you request whatever the data. So it will send it to you.
Then C.
Should be finally C. Web browser should display the website. Good. Question number 6.3. Give me like 2 advantages of computerized information system or manual information system.
Easy to retrieve information.
Easy to retrieve information, yes.
Less storage space is needed.
Yes, less storage spaces. How about the human involvement? The number of employees you need to handle the system.
Few.
Yeah, it's very limited, right? You don't need like large group of people to handle the system if you're computerized, right? So one is efficiency. Right, whatever. Okay, let's move to the 7th question. What is the output of the Pascal code? So you have given a code.
Num 10.
Yes, 10. Then
20.
20,
30. 40.
30, and 40. So that's easy, right? So we can see that the first one is 10, then 10 plus 10, 20, then 10 into 3, 30, then 2 into 20, 40. Although we define like 5 places from 0 to 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It displays only values from 0 to 3. So we don't get any issue. Question number 2, පුතේ මට ඒකේ මොකක්ද සූඩෝ කෝඩ් එක තියෙනවා ෆ්ලෝ චාට් එක අඳින්න ෆ්ලෝ චාට් එක ඇඳපු එකේ වන්න පුතේ WhatsApp කරලා last one.
A1.
Yes, A should be 1 because the count is for the purpose of repeating this 10 times, and we have discussed this repeatedly. This is 10 times count. We are checking whether it's less than or equal to 10. So that means it should be start with 1. Yes. Then B.
Yes.
Yes, it should be say we repeat if the count is less than or equal to 10. So B is yes. So that means C is
No.
should be no. Right. Now what do? You get a number, right? Let's say 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. You are getting, right? You get N. Let's say 10. So what are you going to check in the diamond shape block? You check whether the number 10 is it greater than latest, that means 0. 10 බින්දුවට වඩා වැඩිද?
Yes.
Right? So then what do you do? දැනට තියෙන large එකට වඩා සංඛ්‍යාව විශාලයි. මොකද කරන්න ඕන අපි? අපි කියනවා දැනට තියෙන largest අගය වෙන්න ඕනේ මොකද්ද? අපුතේ largest අගය වෙන්න ඕනේ මොකද්ද? ඔකයි ප්‍රශ්නේ. මොකද්ද වෙන්න ඕනේ? n කියන එක largest වලට වඩා වැඩි නම්. හරි? L කියන එක largest වලට වඩා වැඩි නම්.
L equals N.
නෑ ඒතරනේ largest සමානයි simply n. හොඳට කල්පනා කරලා බලන්න පුතේ. දැන් කෙනෙක් 10 දෙනවා කියලා හිතන මුලින්. අපේ දැනට largest තියෙන්නේ බිඳුවයි. එතකොට 10 බිඳුවට වඩා විශාල කියලානේ අපි චෙක් කරන්නේ. 10 බිඳුවට වඩා විශාලයි. ඔව්. ඔව් නම් මොකද්ද කියන්නේ? එහෙනම් අලුත් largest වෙන්න ඕනේ කීයද? අගයන් ගත්තොත්
N.
ඔව්. ඒක 10 වෙන්න එපේ නේ අපි දුන්නු ගන්න. ඒක නිසා ඒක එන්න ඕනේ. ඒ නිසා අපි කියනවා largest සමානයි n කියලා. Right? E.
Count plus 1.
Yes, it should be count plus 1. හරි නේද පුතේ එහෙනම්? අපි ඔක්කොම ඩිස්කස් කරානේ. මිස් උණු මොනවද නැන්නේ?
නෑ සර්.
අමාරුද ලේසිද මොකද?